What would you do if you had 2 extra weapon slots to play with and save the world? Would you actually use them? Do you think it would make any meaningful difference? Do you like the current weapon system? Or do you think we should have a complete rehaul of our weapon system? Today I'm going to be talking about these topics, and we're going to go over some of your feedback that you guys gave me. Unlike Battle Royale, Save the World has a 3-weapon slot system with the 4th slot open for consumables. With this system, you can put any weapon in any slot. You can run triple pot shots or be a ninja wielding 3 swords. It's a good system that allows you to play how you want when you want. The only restriction right now is that there's only 3 slots. I asked Reddit for y'all's thoughts on increasing the amount of weapon slots in Save the World. I was met with some very good responses and very good arguments, and we're going to cover some of those today. I asked you guys, should Save the World increase weapon slots? And attached was a comparison photo of the 3 versus 5 weapon slot system. Death Eagle said, it would be very useful. Being able to rock more than 1 weapon while also keeping the Baron and Obliterator in my hotbar would be nice. I completely agree with this point. I always have my movement speed Baron in my 3rd weapon slot, leaving me with 2. If I had 2 more weapon slots, I would use them to synergize with my hero build, or additionally, I could have extra weapons that I'm required to use for a daily quest. All Skulls On said, there's no need for what you see on the right side of the picture. If they ever start adding mobility items as part of the meta, then of course a mobility slot would have to be added, bringing the total slot count up to 5. But like, 5 slots just for the sake of having 5 slots? Why? My response to this is that the reason that I'm discussing a 5 weapon slot system is because currently there is no structured system. The upside to this is that you can play however you want, but it lacks depth. I think if we had a 3 weapon slot system, which limited you to a primary, secondary, and heavy weapon, it would make build crafting more meaningful and make your weapon choices matter. I made a mock-up of this system, and let me know your thoughts below. In order from left to right, you can see your primary and secondary weapons, which are meant for low to mid-tier enemies. In the 3rd slot, you have a heavy weapon that's meant for bosses. If Save the World were to stay with 3 weapon slots, I believe that this is the system that would work most effectively. However, I would argue that this would only be justified if Save the World continued development and content was released on a regular basis. Lunar Saigao says, I don't think I've ever had an issue with needing to switch out my guns like that. 3 is perfectly fine, for me at least. I have a slot for my distance weapon, 1 for my close range, and 1 for my AoE. What else would I need? And I think that last sentence ties everything together. The current system we have is just fine. It's not broken, and we've had it for years. The only reason I'm discussing a rework or additional slots is to create engagement in the community. Despite Epic's neglect of this game mode, lately we've been receiving more and more updates. Primarily bug fixes or weapon changes. The only difference is the frequency of these updates. I hope that the game mode is still continuing development over at Epic Games, because Save the World has so much potential to become something unique. I think it's important that we continue to engage in discussion and share our thoughts on Save the World. We are what's keeping the game alive. Thank you for sticking out until the end. Let me know what you want to see from Save the World. What do you think would make this game mode more enjoyable? I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you for watching. Bye.